Well, howdy, everybody. I've missed you all, but I've been a very busy boy this weekend. I know I haven't been posting a lot, but I got stuff to do. I'm preparing for tax season. I've been sending out a ton of emails to people. Oh, by the way, if you are a tax client of mine, check your inbox. I sent you some engagement letters and quotes. But I now have time to make a video because I am at my wagey job and I'm heading to Chipotle. So we got some big money moves that I'm going to be making this year, because no longer will I be getting a steady paycheck very soon. Oh, very soon, mommy. No longer will I have that security of a full-time job. I will be fully self-employed next year. And as somebody that's been building up to this a while, I'm here to tell you that the closer you get, the more that you really want guaranteed security with short-term cash reserves. Investing is for the long run, but eventually even the long run becomes the short run once you achieve your financial goal. So where am I sitting at right now? Well, for the past, I think 9 months, or maybe a little bit more, I haven't really been buying VT. I mean, yeah, I got my work gives me a little 401k contribution. And yeah, maybe I'll get like credit card rewards and I'll toss it into VT. And maybe I've tossed a couple grand into VT just here and there for S's and giggles. But my primary focus has been to maximize my short-term treasuries account in my Vanguard. It's a money market account with it's federal short-term debt, which means it's not taxed by states. It's a good deal. And I currently have $68,000 in there. Now, my monthly cash burn, if I'm frugal, is roughly $3,000 a month. So I have those treasuries there as kind of a supplement. And I've come up with a plan where, in order to manage my money properly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my checking account in my bank every month, at the end of the month, maybe like the 25th or the 26th. And I want that number to be $6,000, okay? Because that'll leave me enough money there to pay my mortgage, health insurance, bills, etc., for the following month. So I want $6,000 sitting in my checking roughly on the 25th, 26th of every month. If there's more than $6,000, the excess cash over $6,000 is going to be transferred to my money market account. If it's less than $6,000, I'm going to transfer money from my money market account to my checking account. So, for example, let's say, tax season, I start getting a bunch of payments for, upfront fixed quotes, upfront fixed fees, and my checking account's sitting at like $12,000 on January 25th, 2026. Well, I'm going to transfer $6,000 over to my money market account. And let's say it's May 2026 and I have $3,000 in there. Well, I'm going to have to take $3,000 out of my money market and transfer it to my checking account. And I would prefer to do that because it's just, instead of like constantly moving money back and forth, I just want one transfer either to or from my money market account. So that's the plan for liquidity needs. Now, portfolio moves, I have a very strong suspicion that I'm going to probably sell between $10,000 to $20,000 in my taxable account in Vanguard. Sell that from my mutual funds, my stock mutual funds, and transfer that into my treasuries. So if I were to sell $20,000, that would give me almost $90,000 of short-term liquid savings. And then that may seem excessive. That may seem like a lot. Like, okay, I have $3,000 of cash burn a month. And that's assuming I don't make any income, which I obviously will be. Why do I want $90,000 in treasuries? Or maybe $100,000, depending on how tax season goes. Well, very simply, it's because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel really good that I have all these cash reserves sitting in a money market account to sustain me through self-employment. It's really an emotional thing. That's really all it is. Like, I don't want to be sitting there in May, after tax season's done and the money dries up and I basically have like YouTube and Army and random tax returns and all that for income. I don't want to be sitting there stressing in May. Oh my God, I don't have a lot of money. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I want to be calm, cool, and collected. I want to, see my income dry up in May. Obviously I'll be hitting YouTube hard. I want to see my income dry up in May and be like, you know what? I'm good. Okay, I got like $100,000 in treasuries, and I got YouTube money coming in. I got, I can do Army stuff, blah, 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 blah. I won't have to stress, but if I had like $15,000 in there and it was May 2026 and I don't have a freaking job, yeah, that'd be a little terrifying. So I think I'm going to sell between $10,000 to $20,000 in January. And what I want to do is I want to sell my target retirement fund. The thing is very tax inefficient. I've had that forever. And I'm just tired of these huge distributions that it pays out. And I'm tired of like having multiple different investments in my Vanguard. So I'm going to start decumulating. Basically, whenever I need money desperately for the short term, I'm going to start decumulating from that target retirement fund. And yes, I'm going to have to pay taxes. But the good thing is, because my income is going to be lower next year, in the 2026 tax year, I'm probably not going to pay any federal capital gains taxes on those gains. Okay, I will have to pay Virginia state tax, unfortunately, but that's only 5.75%. But I can sell it tax free. And before you do this, make sure you consult a CPA. But I'm pretty sure, based on my income next year, if I sell on January 2nd, 2026, and my income doesn't go ballistic, I probably won't pay tax. And even if I do, oh well, okay? So those are the big money moves. So the income is going to be drying up. Obviously, I'm not going to have that steady paycheck. But the fact that I'm going to have, $10,000 to $20,000 more into that money market account, and that money market account is going to be close to 100 G's, I imagine, by February, March of 2026, that's going to give me the security I need to really not stress about self-employment. And then long run, obviously I want my tax income to basically replace my work income. So at a certain point, when I have the money just absolutely flooding in, God willing, then I can start maxing my Roth again. I can start putting money into my, put money back into VT. But right now I'm very cash focused, okay? It's all about the cash until my income gets to the point where I can confidently invest in stocks, which are long-term investments, and, basically start investing that way again. So we'll see how it goes. Worst case, I can always go back to work. That's going to be a very hard option to do, but I'll potentially do it depending on what happens. But I'm pretty confident about this tax season. Very confident. And selling stocks right now, the market could continue to go crazy, but we've had some pretty strong freaking returns. Okay, I don't feel stupid selling $10,000 to $20,000 in a taxable account. I don't feel stupid doing that when the market has, had such very, very strong performance in the last couple of years. It's not going to affect my long-term hopes to retire, whenever I freaking retire. And I've never touched my tax advantage accounts because I can't even use the money. So why would I sell it? Okay, so I'm not selling anything in my Roth IRA, anything in my 401k, anything in my TSP, my federal retirement. I'm not touching any of that. But when it comes to taxable investments, yeah, that's there in case I need it. So I'm praying for a final stock rally. Can we get VT at 150? Can we have like this turbo bubble by January 2nd, 2026 so I can take a huge sale, plus up my treasuries, and pursue my dreams of self-employment? Anyway, let me know what my thoughts are. No, I'm not buying freaking Bitcoin. Shut your mouth. Like, subscribe, consider joining as a member. Also consider booking a free, and I mean free, 30-minute tax consultation. I am a certified public accountant and would gladly do your business and or personal taxes any state in the United States. I will talk to you completely for free for 30 minutes. I'll give you an upfront fixed quote for tax preparation, and I'll do your taxes like a boss. And even if you don't want me to do your taxes, if you refer anybody to my business, anybody, and they pay their retainer and they sign their engagement letter, I will send you $50. That is unlimited. So if you refer 10 people to me and they actually pay and do my tax services, I'll send you $500. I know. All I got to do is refer them. Anyway, see the pinned comment below. You can book a free 30-minute consultation. There's also links to my tax firm, how I operate, what the process is. You can learn about all of it there. Let me know what you think about my plan. Like, subscribe, and you guys have a wonderful day. Cheers.